She says, if you have very few friends, or no close friends at all, that does not automatically mean something is wrong with you. It does not always mean you are awkward, unlikable, or emotionally incapable. Sometimes it means your mind works in a way that makes shallow connection feel exhausting and rare connection feel sacred. And if you have spent time wondering why other people seem to collect friendships so easily while you keep ending up alone, this may explain more than you think. You may have been taught to see loneliness as proof that you failed some social test, but that is not always the truth. Some people are not designed for constant social noise. Some people are built for depth, pattern recognition, emotional precision, and inner complexity. And those traits can make casual friendship harder, even when you have a good heart and a strong mind. There are real psychological reasons this happens. The way you think, feel, observe, and protect your energy shapes the kind of relationships you can tolerate. So if friendship has always felt more complicated for you than it seems for everyone else, stay with this, because the traits behind that are often misunderstood. The first rare trait is that you crave depth more than contact. You do not just want someone to talk to. You want someone who gets it. Someone real. Someone who can handle silence, honesty, and conversations that go beneath the surface. In psychology, people with higher emotional depth often feel less rewarded by small talk and socially scripted connection. That can make you seem distant, when really you are just waiting for something genuine. What looks like social detachment is often emotional selectiveness. You are not cold, you just do not bond through performance. The second trait is that you notice too much. You read tone shifts, facial expressions, energy changes, the things people do not say. This kind of sensitivity is often linked to high social awareness, but it can also make relationships tiring. While other people enjoy a conversation at face value, your mind may already be tracking inconsistency, hidden tension, or emotional imbalance. That does not make you paranoid. It means your brain is tuned to subtleties that many people miss. The hard part is that this can make you pull back early. The hidden strength is that your intuition protects you from staying close to people who are not safe for you. The third trait is that you need a lot of inner space. Some people recharge by being surrounded. You recharge by returning to yourself. Solitude does not always feel empty to you. Sometimes it feels clean, quiet, regulating. Research on introversion and overstimulation shows that certain minds process social input more intensely, which means too much interaction can feel draining instead of energizing. So when you disappear for a while or prefer your own company, it is not always avoidance. Sometimes it is emotional maintenance. You are not disconnected from people. You are deeply connected to your own nervous system, and if this has made you feel like an outsider, you are not alone in that. A lot of people with minds like yours spend years thinking they are socially failing, when really they are just living in a culture that praises quantity over compatibility. Your mind may not work like the majority, but different does not mean defective. The fourth trait is that trust is a very serious thing for you. You do not let people in quickly, maybe because you have been misunderstood before, maybe because you learned that not everyone handles your softness with care. Psychology tells us that past social pain can make the brain more protective, not because it is weak, but because it adapts. So if you take longer to open up, that is not a flaw in your personality, it is your mind trying to keep your inner world safe. And while that can limit the number of people around you, it also means the connections you do build tend to be unusually real. The fifth trait is that your identity is rooted inward, not outward. You do not always need a crowd to know who you are. Many people build self-worth through belonging, approval, and social reflection. But some people are more internally anchored. They think independently, they self-examine, they form identity through reflection rather than group acceptance. The downside is that this can make you feel separate. The gift is that you are less likely to betray yourself just to fit in. You would rather be alone than fake belonging. And that kind of self-loyalty is rare. So if you have few friends or none right now, do not rush to label yourself as broken. Maybe your standards are high. Maybe your mind is deep. Maybe your nervous system needs more peace. Maybe your heart takes longer to trust. Maybe you were never meant to feel at home in every room. You were never broken. You were built differently. And the right people will not be confused by that. They will recognize it